Group Chat Chronicles. I'm Kaylee, your host, and it's my birthday month. So we are diving into all things birthdays, highs, lows, freebies, and that classic Pisces energy. Also, I've been working on getting a list together of all my favorite birthday freebies with how and where to get them when it's your birthday. I will be sharing that in the description and across socials. How I feel about this upcoming birthday. This year, I'm turning 32. It really doesn't get any more anticlimactic than that. To be honest, I was not expecting this birthday to be exciting in any way whatsoever. I usually am the planner of my own birthday parties, which is pretty on brand since I am now an event planner. But this year, I actually decided to take a step back and try not to put in all of that effort for a party because I decided not to plan anything. My expectation was that nothing would be happening for my birthday. It would probably be depressing and meh, which is in true Pisces spirit. But spoiler alert, if you follow me across social media, you might have seen that Seth really went all out for me this last weekend. And shout out to my best friend Paula for setting up an evening out with the girls in my honor next weekend. I truly feel so spoiled and blessed to have some amazing people that know how much celebrating my birthday means to me. I don't really know when it started, but I truly have always loved celebrating birthdays, and not just mine, like everybody's birthday. For any of my people that are the I don't care about my birthday people, I don't get that. Even some of my close friends who don't care about their birthday, I'm always trying to make them care more about their birthday than they do. So it's always a drag when you end up having an anticlimactic milestone birthday, especially if you are like me and birthdays are everything. Okay, so let's get into the hype versus the reality and talk about which birthdays feel like they should be major, but end up being like meh. First one I have on my list is 18. That birthday, like where you're an adult, but not really. My 18th birthday, I still had a curfew. We went to the casino and I was still living with my parents and still in high school. I was really wanting to do like 18-year-old things like get tattoos and piercings, but my parents were very much like not under this roof. So I really thought that was going to feel like the moment, you know, where all of the sudden you're magically an adult. Actually, for me, I felt like a full-on adult at 17. In hindsight, I didn't know shit, but that's how I felt at that age. 18 felt really anticlimactic for me. I waited my whole life to be an adult and I was still being told what to do by my parents because I lived at their house. The next big milestone birthday for me was 21, you know, the big night out, you can drink. This is what you and your girls have been waiting for, being able to go to an actual club and dance your ass off all night. But this one was different for me because I was actually breastfeeding. I spent my 21st birthday with my parents. We went out to dinner. And actually, the first restaurant that we went to would not accept my ID because it was still the vertical style ID because I had just turned 21. And the whole point of going out to this dinner was my parents were going to buy me my first, you know, legal drink, but the restaurant would not sell me a glass of wine. Thank God for my stepdad. He was pissed. He said, okay, we're not going to eat here. And he actually ended up taking us to a way nicer restaurant. It was a local steakhouse and they actually didn't even ask for my ID. And I was able to get my first legal glass of wine with my parents having a super fancy steak dinner. My little baby was there. So not the experience you would imagine for your 21st birthday, especially because at the time, all of my friends who were turning 21 were having these crazy nights out, all of these stories to tell the next day. I was just at home with my baby. And don't get me wrong, I didn't want that at that time, especially because breastfeeding was really important to me. My main focus was on my baby, which is where it should have been. The next most anticlimactic milestone birthday for me was my 25th quarter life crisis birthday. I really wanted that birthday to be my moment. Like 18, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. 21, I had a newborn baby. 25, I was like, okay, this is my moment. We're here to show out, or so I thought. For those of you who don't know when my actual birthday is, it's on St. Patrick's Day. I can't tell you how many times St. Patrick's Day has ruined my life, but that's a whole story for another time. But on this birthday in particular, St. Patrick's Day had fallen on a Saturday, and I was so excited to do like a cocktail party. I have never been into wearing green on my birthday. It's not my favorite color. So I wanted everybody to dress up in like cocktail attire. I wanted it to be fancy. I wanted it to be giving like young adult classy vibes. But because it was on that Saturday, we had the local St. Patrick's Day parade that day. All of my friends wanted to go party downtown at the St. Patrick's Day parade. And by the time they got to my birthday evening party, they were all completely wasted. And I mean like shit house wasted. Several of my girlfriends were actually crying and half alive. I would say maybe 25% of my friends who came actually dressed up in not parade attire, which also was really annoying to me in my type A personality, trying to put on this theme party. And to those of you that are listening to this right now, I still love you, but y'all were messy on my 25th birthday. That was a bust. And now I'm thinking 30, the big 3-0, that 30th birthday, I was like, okay, my 20s sucked. My 30s are going to be better. Like, this is where we're at. Like, 30 is the new 20. I'm going to go all out for my 30th. That was like going to be my moment. And I was heavily pregnant. In fact, I was 4 weeks until labor and delivery. I had gassed this one up so much to make up for all of the other birthdays being a bust. Once I turned 30, I was not sad because I was 30. I was sad because I could not party it up like I wanted to. A little bonus anticlimactic birthday I'll share with you guys was my golden birthday. This one is different for everybody. I felt really lucky that I would get to have mine at 17. It was not what I thought it was going to be either. At that time in my life, I was going through a breakup. My mom had gone out for like 5 of my birthdays previous, and she was very adamant this year on my 17th birthday that we weren't doing anything. She was like, okay, you had a big party for your 14th birthday. You had a big party for your 15th birthday. And then we were not supposed to do a big party for your 16th birthday because I chose to have it at 15 instead of 16. Then she still did a lot for me on my 16th birthday. So my 17th birthday came around and it was super chill. We kind of have an inside joke about this one because I pretty much just had like family over for my 17th birthday. And my grandpa came over for my birthday dinner and he was talking most of the evening. And I was telling mom that grandpa was stealing my birthday thunder, which I love him so much for, because now when I look back, it's just so funny because I share a lot of those same personality characteristics from my grandpa, but also very Pisces to be like, grandpa's stealing my birthday. But for somebody who absolutely loves birthdays, all of these major birthdays were absolutely devastating for me. Looking back, my 15th birthday was probably my best birthday celebration. Typically, because of my Hispanic heritage, I would have had a quinceañera during my 15th birthday. But for a lot of reasons we won't get into, that wasn't an option for me. So my mom actually offered to let me have a big birthday party for my 15th birthday as like my quince, or I could have a sweet 16. And obviously the upcoming year was my 15th. So I picked that one. Shout out to her because she really went all out for this birthday. We had our whole garage cleaned out and turned into a party area where we could dance. We had music in our basement. We had a pool table. We had, I think, Guitar Hero. It was like my first big co-ed party. I was in high school, so that was super exciting. I had a lot of new friends that had never been to my house before or been to any of my birthday parties. I got to have the girls sleep over. And I remember everyone was just absolutely nuts. Like we were just eating Cheetos and sucking helium out of the balloons, playing Guitar Hero all night. My mom put together a couple fun like party games with like prompts that were like inside of balloons and you had to pop them and ask each other the questions. Hands down, that was the best birthday I've ever had. And low key, I'm consistently striving to recreate that, I think. But I think the elements that make a birthday great are going to look different for everybody. But for me, it's having literally every person that I love, like, or care about there, and they are having the best time of their life. If you have ever met me or been to one of my parties, you know how important it is for you to come. A, B, like, if I care about you, I want you there, and I probably don't want you to leave. That's my toxic trait, and I'm working on that. Okay, so big parties versus intimate dinner. Now that I'm older, I'm finding myself in the dinner party era of my planning. I mean, I truly appreciate a good meal and an aesthetic table arrangement still with the people I love. Peyton Saratin has created this absolutely chef's kiss Instagram called RSVP Dinner, where she shares thoughtful questions and prompts to discuss with your friends at like a dinner party. Her whole take on this was she wanted to share questions that leave you feeling energized and not weighed down by everyone's, I guess, shit, essentially. And if you're an empath like me, we need this. So I'm actually planning to try some of these out next week with my girls at my birthday dinner. It's probably going to be amazing, so you should try it. If you don't follow her, she does the Note to Self podcast, and the Instagram is called RSVP Dinner Party. So if you want to check that out, I highly recommend it. Okay, so what is the dream birthday scenario? If money, kids, logistics weren't a factor, what would the ideal birthday look like? For me, it's either what would amount to like a wedding reception or an extravagant travel that was like surprised to me by Seth. Again, the wedding planner in me loves a good party. So I think no budget required. There would be everything in what would feel like a wedding reception. And I'm talking like weighted tables, decorations to the nine, a full DJ, open bar, photo booths, speeches, like all of it. What you can imagine a bougie wedding reception, that would be my ideal birthday party. And then the other option would be a true surprise. It is really hard to surprise me, and I don't like surprises if I know about them. I do like surprises or being surprised if you can actually surprise me. Like, I don't know something's coming leading up to it. If I know, then it just gives me anxiety not knowing all the details. So if I could be truly surprised, and the surprise happens to be an extravagant trip to like Spain or touring across Europe with a whole itinerary of things planned, I would die. That would be amazing. But since we can't all have unlimited money for birthday celebrations, getting a bunch of free shit for your birthday is the next best thing. And I don't know why I wasn't doing this sooner, but last year I decided to go on a birthday freebie tour, and it was so fun. I am not a gatekeeper. I'm going to organize all of this information for you. You'll be able to save it for your birthday celebration. So I have these split up into two sort of categories. First is food and drink birthday freebies. Okay, so some of these freebies you can only get on your actual birthday, and some of them give you a grace period. I will say almost all of them require you to sign up for the rewards. So first off, we have Starbucks. You get a free drink or a treat through your account. This one's only on your birthday. On your birthday, you get Starbucks, Dunkin', or Krispy Kreme. Dunkin', you get a free drink, Krispy Kreme, a free dozen of original glazed donuts. Pretty much for the rest of these, you can just get them during your birthday month. So let's say you're like me, your birthday is in the middle of the month. You can actually start this right at the beginning. So Panera Bread, you get a free bakery item or a drink. Baskin Robbins is a free scoop of ice cream. Buffalo Wild Wings is a free snack size wing. Denny's will send you a QR for a free Grand Slam breakfast. And let me tell you, this is like their original Grand Slam, because last year I made the mistake of ordering like the All-American Grand Slam, and it wasn't for that. Just FYI. IHOP, you get a free stack of pancakes. Jersey Mike's, you get a sub and a drink. And Chick-fil-A also gives you a free birthday reward, but it varies. Some of the retail and beauty birthday freebies are Sephora. You get a free birthday gift. They change them every month, and they always have like 3 or 4 options that are really great. This month I got a perfume. It's amazing. Ulta, same thing. The birthday gifts vary by year and by month. If you actually watch movies, Redbox does a movie rental. DSW gives you $5 to $10 off in like a gift certificate. Nike gives you 25% off. Old Navy also can give you a birthday reward, but you have to make sure your birthday is in your account. I didn't realize I never added my birthday, so I had to go in there separately and add it in order to get any sort of reward. Victoria's Secret emailed me a $10 off coupon, and you can use it online or in store. Kohl's will give you $5 off. Also, if you love to travel around your birthday, or you're planning a birthday surprise for your significant other, several hotels will do free nights with your points. There's also some casino resorts in Vegas that will do free stays if you're a rewards member. So be sure to check those out if you plan on going to Vegas to celebrate your birthday. Disneyland will give you a free button. Six Flags is discounted or free admission. SeaWorld, Legoland, all kind of the same vibe. The coolest one I found was Uber and Lyft will give you a free ride, varying on your location. But typically these are, I think Uber is during your birthday month and Lyft is only on your birthday, which can be super helpful if you're going out drinking. You can definitely count on a free Uber or a free Lyft to stay safe. Dave & Buster's does like free $10 gameplay. If you have local casinos, a lot of times they'll give you like free $10, $20 for gameplay. I found like our local bowling alleys also offer the same thing for their rewards. In fact, definitely take advantage of any local businesses like smaller spots, bakeries, coffee shops, spas. They often have hidden birthday perks, but they may not advertise them. So just ask like, hey, do you have any birthday specials? Many places will probably surprise you with the things that they're giving away that are free. So is it worth signing up for all these rewards? Yes. I recommend creating an email folder for your birthday freebies and just start throwing them in there as they come in, because then you can have easy access for scanning, because nothing's worse than when you're standing at the checkout and you're like, hold on a second, and you're trying to like scroll through hundreds of emails to find your coupon code, because a lot of these they will just email you the code directly. I found that out. A lot of businesses require you to be signed up at least a few weeks before your birthday to receive the perks. Some are like a month in advance, and some are as soon as you sign up, you get it. Like Dutch Bros, as soon as you sign up, if it's your birthday month, you get a free drink for signing up and you get a free drink for your birthday, same day. So since some birthday deals are only valid on your actual birthday and others are like the whole month, you could plan like a birthday freebie tour. I kind of did this last year. We spent like the morning getting my free breakfast and getting coffee. And then we got my Sephora gift and my Ulta gift. And we went to the mall, and then Bath and Body Works gave me a free gift. And next thing I knew, I was like, okay, let's sign up for everything. So if you were to plan it out, you could do on your actual birthday, focus on same day freebies. And then on your birthday week, you could hit up places that give like a few days grace period. Throughout the month, you can get the rest of your offers whenever you have time, or use your online codes and have them shipped to you. One of the best reasons to be friends with a Pisces is we are the drama, and that can make for a very entertaining conversation. A few fun facts about a Pisces is we are deeply intuitive and emotionally tuned in. We just like know things. We can sense a shift in energy before anybody says a word. And if you're one of my close besties, you probably have experienced this where I just like get a vibe. We are also really creative dreamers, whether it's art, music, storytelling. We're also so empathetic. Like we feel everything and often take other people's emotions on as like our own, which can be a blessing and a curse. Trust me. Like I was messaging Seth the other day, reading some really sad story, and I'm sitting at my desk just sobbing because I'm imagining what it would be like to be on the receiving end of this tragedy that is not in any way related to me. So definitely don't need to be taking other people's shit on. But yeah, we do that. And we're romantic idealists. Love isn't just like a feeling for us. It's a fairy tale in our mind. And I'm sure you can see how that might sound like subtle foreshadowing for some of the dramatics when things aren't going the way we had planned out in our mind. And for fun, I wanted to share a couple famous Pisces with you. First being the queen, Rihanna. She's so effortlessly cool, creative. She's literally that Pisces girl. Also, I found interesting Albert Einstein. He's March 14th. I mean, I could see it. And the Biebs, Justin Bieber, he's March 1st. Steve Jobs and Drew Barrymore. So all very visionary, free-spirited, emotional, creative kind of people. And Pisces energy is all about that like creativity, intuition, and deep emotional connection. And we live in like a world of feelings and fantasy. And honestly, after researching all this information, a lot of things are making a lot more sense about why I love celebrating birthdays. I'm glad that I decided not to add the stress of a party to my plate this year, especially with all that's going on and being that I just returned from maternity leave. But this year, I'm looking forward to opening up this new chapter of my life and sharing it all with you. And if you have any best, worst birthday stories, be sure to send me a DM or tag me in your birthday freebie hauls and let me know which one is your favorite. You can find me across socials at groupchat.chronicles and my personal k.lee.lou. Be sure to tune in for next week's episode. I have my best friend Vanessa joining me, and we're going to be diving into the differences between partying in your early 20s and now your 30s. Okay, bye.